Our lives in danger, Nigerian doctors cry out. The Nigerian Medical Association (NMA) on Friday released the alarm over the danger posed to the lives of their members by patients who conceal the symptoms of coronavirus in them. The Minister of Health, Dr. Osaige Ehenare, had said during the media briefing by the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 in Abuja on Thursday that no fewer than 40 health workers in the country had tested positive for the coronavirus. The minister urged health workers to be vigilant and use their personal protective equipment to guard against infections. But speaking in Abuja yesterday, the president of the NMA, Dr. Francis Faduyele, said that none of the more than 40 doctors and other health workers who have tested positive to the virus or died contracted the disease at isolation or treatment centers. Rather, he said, the health workers, including deceased 3 doctors and a nurse, contracted the virus in general public and private health facilities while treating patients without access to personal protective equipment. He admonished members to consider everybody presented at the hospital for any ailment as potential COVID-19 patients until proved otherwise, saying our lives also matter. He also urged the federal government to expedite action in supplying public and private hospitals with personal protective equipment as more health workers are coming down with the coronavirus disease in the line of duty. Faduyele said, at the end of the day, given the trend of reports of positive COVID-19 cases by the NCDC, the country will definitely hit the 1,000th figure. So far, over 40 doctors and other health workers have tested positive, with 3 doctors and 1 nurse paying the ultimate price. This very disturbing and unsettling development comes against the unfolding scenario as reported in the media that some VIPs in the society are refusing to report to and be admitted at isolation centers for treatment, rather prefer to stay at other non-accredited facilities. The association perceives that by the continued refusal to adhere to instructions, some citizens have vowed to make healthcare workers very vulnerable to contracting the disease. NMA wishes to reiterate that none of the infected healthcare workers or those that have died contacted the disease at an isolation and treatment center, but in general public and private healthcare facilities while treating patients, many of whom refused to disclose important medical travel information that would have increased suspicion and facilitate early diagnosis of COVID-19. The National Medical Association therefore appeals once again to government to expedite action on distributing personal protective equipment to public and private hospitals without delay. We also remind our members all over the Federation to consider everybody presented at the hospital for any ailments as potential COVID-19 patients until proven otherwise. Our lives also matters. So my people, this one is coming from the Nigerian Medical Association of Doctors, the NMA. So they've raised the cry out that their lives matters as well. They are in danger, and the way the handling of this pandemic, this coronavirus. One key thing they've stated here that is most of the health workers that have contacted this coronavirus, they've not contacted it in the isolation center. Most of them have contracted this disease while working in some private hospitals without personal protective equipment. I mean, this is really strange. Their lives matter as well. And also, he's urging the government to increase the supply of this personal protective equipment so that because they are the ones in the front line, they are the frontline workers, they are the ones, because if there are no doctors anymore, they might not be able to combat this dreaded disease. I understand that we have to social distance and stay at home, but there are people who have already contracted it. And he also stated something here, that there are some top or well-to-do or important persons in the country who have refused to disclose their status or disclose information, their travel information, to help make a decision. They've not agreed to that. And we all know the way the country is. At some point, the health minister stated that it's only there are hospitals, private hospitals are not authorized to even treat COVID patient. But what we get is the reverse. We remember that when Abba Kyari died, he died in a private hospital, and it was later mentioned that even that hospital was not accredited, was not authorized to treat COVID patient. We can imagine probably the measures they use there and everything, no protective equipment, and this is how this thing keeps spreading. The Minister of Health needs to get on this and act quickly, because the lives of the frontline workers, the doctors, their lives also matters. In our country, we take things carelessly. They don't really take things seriously. We remember that recently some governors were even seeking to run away from the country to fly out. Probably they know very well that even our health, the Minister of Health, the NCDC and all of that, they know the kind of games they are playing, the kind of figures and everything they release. They have more information. Probably that's the reason they are running away. And also they know about our healthcare system. That is nothing to write home about. Our healthcare system is in shambles at the moment. It is really disturbing and it is worrying. And now the doctors are crying out. They're crying out that their lives also matters. The federal government needs to really do something. They need to do something about this, and they are urging here. What they are urging the federal government to do is to release more protective equipment for these frontline workers. I mean, you can't just, in other countries we see that they are well kitted with the nose masks. There is a face shield, something that covers their whole body from up to down, gloves and everything that's going to protect their lives and keep them safe. They got family ones, they've got loved ones as well. They don't want to die in the line of duty. So, and they are urging federal government to do something about this as they combat, as we all combat this dreaded disease, and hope that it passes very soon. So my people, this is the news reaching us at the moment. I do want us to leave our thoughts on this, what we feel about the whole experience, and what they are appealing right now. And what I feel is that even this the Minister of Health they should look into these private hospitals as well. Those people that are treating COVID patients that are not authorized, they should do something about it. Not just coming on air and speaking some things. They have to go from hospital to hospital. We know the country where we live in. If anyone that's just a doctor and anything is open any small place and he has started something, and even if he doesn't have that wild experience, they've started collecting money and claiming to be treating people there. So the Minister of Health, this is an area they need to step in into as well, to check those centers that are treating people for COVID that are not authorized. So people, do leave your take, do share your thoughts and your comments. Federal governments, they always hide away when it comes to things like this. When people cry out, they shy away to even speak up. It's an issue. It's very disturbing at the moment. Disturbing all of this, the way all of this is playing out in our very country, and the way we see lives dying here and there. So I do want us to leave our take and our comments. I want to say thank you very much to everyone that have subscribed to us. Please, if you haven't yet subscribed, do click on the subscribe button down below, and also do click on the notification bell, as it enables you to get updates of all of our latest news as they come in. And then please don't forget to click on the like button. Do give us a thumbs up just to let us know that you do appreciate what we're doing. All we're doing here is to keep Nigerians aware and fully abreast with everything going on in our country. We live in a new age now. We really need to be informed with what's going on in our country. So please do share and share this, and let this go far. I want to say thank you once again. So till I come your way again, it's bye for now, and God